manager at Nokomis Daycare Center, and today I want to talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday morning, I was called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. The cleaner called the owner and told him what happened and the vandalism that happened. The owner called us. Me and another manager came into the scene around 6 a.m. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As he came in, he broke a door from the wall from Family Dollar from the side. He couldn't, unfortunately, we don't know if that he went in or not, but we saw that it was damaged. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our
Somalis. These accusations, they didn't come from nowhere. Let's be honest real quick. Why are these Somali daycares look like warehouses instead of childcare spaces? Why are the signs sloppy, misspelled, unprofessional? Why are the doors closed, windows blacked out? What? Why are so many of these places look like factories instead of environments for children? Let's not get defensive. If daycares are clean, compliant, staffed, documented, where are those videos? Why are they not the one going viral? Again, this is for the Somali community. I want to see those videos. I couldn't find them. Right now is the noise, the accusations, the drama. However, when the noise settles down, the investigations are finished, receipts are checked. If any of these turn out to be true, turn out to be fraud, this won't just be embarrassing, devastating. And if these accusations turn out to be false, cool. Lawsuits will speak for you. Until then, show daycares that look like daycares, not factories, not warehouses, not blacked out windows and random ayayos and uncles pushing and closing doors. What is this? What's your thoughts in this?
Hello guys, I'm Harrison. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Listen, this was to be expected. These people lie as easy as they breathe. They couldn't tell the difference between what's important and what's fake if their lives depended on it, because it's all lies. They are not getting the millions they stole for the last 10 years anymore. And now they are mad as hell. They are out of our country, or at least they should be. And do you see anyone actually working? No, it's all fake. We all know what's been going on for a decade, stealing from free America. Hey, they are out and they need to be jailed. They are pissed because they have Trump kept the money out of these states. These are pirates. Trust me, you must know that today is the record on these thieves. And now we have Ilhan Omar responding as this daycare scandal sparks outrage. Let me be crystal clear from the jump. This video is not defending Ilhan Omar, not even close, as someone who stands firmly on it and fights for real justice, especially for Black Americans who have built this country with their blood, sweat and tears, while being systematically robbed and slighted for generations. I'm done with the fake pro-diversity hires who use identity politics as a shield while they loot the system. Black communities have been screaming for decades about economic justice, reparations and reinvestment in our neighborhoods, schools and businesses. Instead, what do we get? Millions and billions fueled to grifts, and billions fueled to grifts, corrupt politicians and shady non-profit that do nothing but enrich a tiny elite, while our people still struggle with poverty, housing and opportunity gaps that never seem to close. This daycare claim scandal involving Ilhan Omar is sparking rightful outrage, and it should, because when stories like this break and the response are full of deflection, How convenient. Excuses and zero accountability. It exposes the roots at the heart of some of these so-called progressive cycles. No police report for the break-in, then it is a lie. What damage from the inside? Funny how that works. Narratives don't fool working people anymore, especially not black Americans who have seen every hustle and every scam tired of our own communities for centuries. Watched for 10 straight years as money that should have gone to American workers, black workers, poor workers, citizens who actually built this nation got shiphold off into pockets of people who treat this country like a pirate ship. They breathe lies, they can't distinguish real from fake because the grift is the whole point. Now that faculty is being turned off. Now that Trump and others are keeping billions out of these corrupt pipelines, they are melting down. So guys, I would like you to watch this video and I'm coming back for a better communication,
To me is that this is the third office that's listed for the Somalian Education Resource Center.
The Somali Education Resource Center has been located, and the center has received $14 million in funding. This organization has received a total of $42 million in taxpayer funding over the past few years. But shocked so-called Education Center had received significant funding. Despite the organization's claims that they were providing critical educational services to the Somali community, there have been very few public records over the past few years that show these funds were used properly. What is even more puzzling is that despite receiving such large amounts of funding, the detailed whereabouts of this money remain a mystery.
You know that Somali fraud scandal in Minnesota? It was never about fraud, and I'll show you why. First of all, the simple fact that it's dubbed the Somali fraud scandal should make you think. I mean, does anybody call this the dirty, white, old American man scandal? I didn't think so. And look, fraud is fraud, and it needs to be prosecuted and punished whenever it occurs, but I know, and you should know too, that this rhetoric, it's not about fraud. And you know why? Because on one side, you have the President of the United States, who is supposed to represent every person in our country, regardless of their language, skin color, creed, or origin. That president used this scandal to vilify and criminalize an entire people, to insult their country of origin, to indict before a single court issues a single decision millions of people by mere association. While on the other side, that same president has not just ignored, but rewarded other instances of the very same fraud. This fraud, it was rewarded through pardons that wiped out sentences and penalties. Almost a century's worth of prison time and hundreds of millions of dollars in restitutions. Fraud against private investors and public entities. All gone with a simple stroke of a likely ketchup-stained pen. Oh, and these are just some of the people who received sentences for defrauding public or private entities and then received a full pardon or a commutation by Trump. And I want you to take a look at this and tell me what you think basically all of these people have in common. Can you see it? Any guess? I guess for all of these people who defrauded us, the real saving grace is not being Somali. Because I think it's clear, based on what I just showed you, that there are two types of crime in America now. Fraud while being Somali and fraud while being white. And of course, the president ushered a new condition of criminal by proxy, by simply belonging to the racial or social community he doesn't like. So if the president shows America that it's okay to indict an entire community just because they share skin color or country of origin, I think it's our American duty to do the very same thing with these.
No more questions, just deportation for those here illegally and committing fraud. Jail for the citizens who enable the thefts. Recall the thieves who fueled 19 billion or whatever the latest number is. Why pretending to care about social justice? Black Americans deserve better than this circus. We deserve leaders who actually deliver results, not performative outrage and convenient excuses. We deserve the money that was stolen from our future. The trillions in generational wealth denied through redlining, discrimination, mass incarceration, and now this new wave of elite grift dressed up. This isn't about left versus right in the old way anymore. It is about real Americans, especially black Americans, who have earned every right to demand accountability. Versus the pirates who came to loot. They are pissed because the free ride is over. Good, let them be pissed. Let the recalls happen. Let the investigation go where they must. America is still the United States. We don't need more melting witches or convenient stories. We need truths, we need justice, and we need our money back, starting with the communities that have been robbed the longest. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below. Keep it real. Black lives matter, and so does real economic justice, not the fake version that lines someone else's pockets.